Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, home of the #1 independent wrestling coverage, available on iTunes, Stitcher, blogtalk Radio, and wherever you get your podcasts from. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net and join the revolution now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wrestlingheads Radio. You got Skits, and I'm live here with my co-host Oscar. What is going on, bro?
Not much, man, not much. And I just want to thank the people who are listening, that are listening live right now. Besides, watching the Steve Austin podcast with Cedric Christian, I'd like to thank them. But even though they're not, or you can see the listeners are watching on iTunes or on YouTube, we'll thank them anyways. So you gotta love that. And yeah, once again, happy Labor Day to everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely forgot we are going head to head with Steve Austin right now. But hopefully we do.
I don't want to get stuttered, okay? I don't want to get stuttered.
Hopefully we do better numbers than Stone Cold. But today here on the show, we have a special guest also. Ezra Christian, they're the old guys, so we got something new here on the show. We got my boy Danny LimeLight on the show. What's going on, brother?
What up, man? What up, Skid? What up, Oscar? How y'all doing, baby?
Man, we chilling, man.
Nothing much, man. You don't see us doing 5-second poses.
No, you might catch me taking a 5-second selfie though. Just saying.
We got our cameras ready. We got our cameras ready. So
I hope so. Agent Chris, man, watch out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny LimeLight, he's an independent wrestler. He's been doing a lot of work here out here in the SoCal area. He's from Brooklyn, New York, right?
Yes, sir. Brooklyn, New York. Born and raised, 18 years, baby.
Tell us your background on how'd you basically started wrestling and you basically got your way out here to the SoCal area to start out here.
Okay, so yeah, we already talked about. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Always a fan of wrestling. The story's the same as pretty much every other kid out here doing their thing. And I ended up joining the Marine Corps when I was 17. That sent me to Japan, and then from Japan to California. And I got here in Cali in 2012. It'd been a while since I had kept up with wrestling. I ended up falling back into it. Did a little bit of research online and found, SoCal Pro Wrestling, and right here in San Diego. And I started training there last year, August 2014. And I guess you could say the rest of that is history.
Yeah, definitely, man. For those listening, me and Oscar, we just saw him in action for the first time this past weekend, and all I gotta say, I'm definitely loving your work, dude. I'm a big fan of Hills and loving the mic work. What are those? That definitely had me crying.
I appreciate that. It's UEW, man. They got me working as a heel now, so definitely fall back into my natural character of being, a little cocky, borderline arrogant douchebag. So, I guess that little role fits me well. Pretty much everywhere else, though, I roll around as a little baby face. So it's a little change of pace. I get to do a lot more, dirty shit, talk a lot more, and get the heat from the crowd and stuff like that. We still got those onesies and twosies out there that like heels nowadays. So, it pays off well. So
before I pass the question on to Oscar, tell us, where did you train at? What dojo did you train at?
Yeah, like I said, I did some research online, found SoCal Pro Wrestling. SoCal Pro, they have a school in Escondido, and that's where I trained for, my entire time until I actually started having my matches, and up until about a couple weeks ago, I've been affiliated and associated with SoCal Pro, but things fell off there, so pretty much waiting on FCW Gus. He's going to open up his school, and then, that's where I'll be at from there. But, yeah, SoCal Pro, Nestor, SoCal Crazy, he's the one that him and Tommy Wilson and Ricky Mandel and those guys trained me, so.
Right.
Just want to take a second to thank them,
Yeah, definitely a fan of SoCal Crazy, one of the best wrestlers out here in the SoCal area. Oscar, did you want to chime in?
Yeah. I have a couple questions to ask him about his, you can say his origins, you can say. So, what wrestlers you looked up to back in the day? Who did you look up to?
When I was a kid?
Yeah.
It was The Rock. I was a huge fan of The Rock. Yep. When he came out, the minute his music hit, walk down, talk his trash, do his little hand pose, smell whatever the hell is cooking. Just the way he entertained, man. It was just he whenever he was in the ring, all eyes were on him. And like I said, I'm that kind of guy where I want all eyes on me. So The Rock was definitely some of my motivation. And after The Rock stopped wrestling, I became a huge Randy Orton fan. And back when he was a legend killer, when he was that that cocky, arrogant douchebag heel that was all the veterans that he's now. So it was definitely The Rock. Then it was Randy Orton. Right now, I guess you could say my favorite wrestler that I watch the most of is definitely Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is that dude. That's my boy.
Yep. Just can't wait to see him doing double duty at Night of Champions next weekend. And my next question I'd like to ask you, I see you're from Brooklyn, and then you moved to San Diego. How difficult was it from you growing up from Brooklyn, and then you move all the way here to the West Coast? Is it you becoming a wrestler was the main reason why you moved from the West Coast to the West Coast?
Negative. Like I said earlier, I'm still in the Marine Corps. I am an active duty sergeant, and I left New York when I was 17 to go to boot camp, and then from there I lived in Japan for 2 years. However, I didn't start wrestling. I didn't start wrestling in Japan or anything like that. I was just living out there, and I think it was a lot more difficult to adapt to their lifestyle out there, the way the Japanese people live. And then coming over here to California, it was more like, I still think there's a lot of similarities to New York, especially in the LA area, but it was definitely more of a mellow, slower paced life out here as it is to New York. So I think California is a pretty good environment, a nice place for me to, slow down, slow life down a bit, still focusing on the Marine Corps, but also putting 110% into this wrestling. And there's so many promotions out here, so much opportunity that I can't help but want to stay here as long as I can until I get up and down the West Coast, period,
Yeah, okay. Then you just said right now that, you're basically here because of the Marine Corps. But then what makes you one day just think yourself, okay, I just want to be a wrestler? Was there something you always want to grow to be a wrestler, or is that something just came out of the blue?
I don't want to sit here and bullcrap anybody and say I wanted to be a wrestler since I was a little kid. But, when I was younger, I used to do the backyard wrestling, messing around with my pops and my cousins and, whatever the case may be. I just didn't know how to get into it, I always thought I wasn't big enough, may not have been the tallest dude, not the strongest dude, and I didn't even know how to get into it. It was like, it was like one of those things where you want to do it, but you don't know how to get into it. And when I came out here and I did some, more research, I had the money because the Marine Corps was paying me to go, and put money into a school to train and, get gear, and I had all this money and stuff like that I could play with. I had an opportunity, and I just grabbed it, and SoCal Pro was there, and they took me in, and, that's pretty much that. And it was really definitely out of the blue, and I'm glad I took the opportunity, and I'm glad I jumped at it,
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, you only been in the business for 9 months, if I'm not mistaken.
I've been in since I started training in August last year. I've been training so about a year, but I didn't have my first one-on-one match until December, and it was against Mike Camden.
Okay. All right. So you're just really a rookie. Well, you still look young enough, so you got plenty of time to see what you want to do in the future. But I don't want to be hogging you, but I want to pass on.
This is cool. These are some good looking questions that I didn't even have written down, to be honest with you. But
Get your notes down. Get your notes ready.
I do have some notes. I got some notes here. I got some. My notes over here is about, because Danny's definitely getting booked like crazy this September and going into October also.
Yeah.
He's actually going to be part of Rise and Shine, featuring wrestlers like that will be on the card, like Eli Everfly, B-Boy, Peter Avalon. I don't see who they have you against. Do you know who you're going to be wrestling?
I've never wrestled for, Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I never wrestled at Santino. This is just me getting my foot in the door. I'm probably going to head down there and jump into the battle royal they have going just to get my feet in there and hopefully, do good enough for them to want to put me in a singles match there soon. So yeah, I haven't wrestled for Santino's yet. I've been wanting to, and I definitely want to get involved with WPW because Brian Kendrick, Sasha Drefko, a lot of those guys are doing big things up there, and I definitely want to be a part of that. So this is just my way of getting my foot in the door.
Yeah, definitely. Like me and Oscar, we've caught a couple shows at Wrestling Pro Wrestling, and Brian Kendrick and Sasha's definitely doing, I would say, a big stuff over there at the dojo. Basically, it's a lot of guys, I would say, up and coming that are definitely having their platform there so they can show their skills, and I'm definitely enjoying what's going on over there. So fans in the SoCal area, if you're not doing anything on September 18th, check out that show. Remember, you got Danny LimeLight. He's going to be in the Battle Royal. You also got B-Boy there, Peter Avalon, Eli Everfly, Serial Man. Serial Man's going to be there. Brian Kendrick. This looks like a good card. If I'm not working, I might want to fuck with it.
Maybe you want to buy me a ticket because it's 2 days after my birthday.
Oscar, you better come up. Better come up to podcast.
Also, you're also booked. You're also booked back at
UEW. Yes, sir.
Yeah, UEW.
As a matter of fact, just want to take a quick second. I want to thank Andre and Michael, and a bunch of the guys over there at UEW for giving me the opportunity because I started wrestling there in June, and they've had me back every month since. As a matter of fact, since July until now, I have wrestled every weekend in some fed, in California, and I'm grateful to have done that, and be able to be, booked as much as I am. I wasn't expecting this soon, and now coming in, especially UEW, they got a lot of up-and-coming guys, a lot of names that a lot of people don't know about, but they're going to hear about soon, and I'm honored to be in that locker room, and in the September 19th, you can come catch me in UEW. A lot of the other guys, too, are going to be there, including B-Boy, and it's dope, man. It's definitely, one of those feds where not that many people know about it, or they don't know what it's about, or, they just think it's a place where people, just go there and beat the hell out of each other and stuff like that, but it's really, there's definitely a game plan there, and there's definitely a lot at the end of the tunnel, and Andre and Michael, man, they got big plans for UEW, and I'm just glad to be a part of it at such an early stage.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Oscar just went there, like I said, this past weekend, and we saw Danny in action. Pretty good match. I'm not sure the guy's name that you wrestled. I don't know if you can tell me his name.
Michael James Reedus.
Yeah, he looks like the guy from Walking Dead. He really does.
Norman Reedus. He's Norman Reedus' illegitimate brother. Not the character from Walking Dead, but he's actually the actor's illegitimate brother. So I've got something going on with him. He'll kick his ass on the 19th. So make sure you guys are there for that, because I didn't even like how that whole thing went down last week, but it is what it is,
I'm with you on that. Like I came there to support you, and you lost, and I was pissed.
Yeah, man, I kicked him in the mouth, and then they started the match, and I wasn't ready to be in the ring with him, and I didn't go do my workout beforehand. I was just coming out there to shut Billy up because they had just some dude that nobody knows in the middle of a ring, and I'm like, dude, why is he there? Why am I not the one that you interviewing? You know what I'm saying? So I just had to go shut that down real quick, and then it turned into some match right there on the spot. So whatever, I'm gonna get my hands on him again. So
again, ladies and gentlemen. You want to go check out UEW. It's going to be September 19th. He will be back there. Be sure to check him out there. I got more stuff, Oscar. I don't know if we could take a break on the bookings and see if you got a question, bro.
No matter. But okay, I asked him a question about UEW. When you first found out you were about to get booked in UEW, were you preparing? Okay, let me explain to our listeners about UEW. To me, how I see UEW, I look at it like a hardcore promotion. You know, like they do a lot of death matches, people going through thumbtacks and barbed wire and all that stuff. But when you were about to get booked, were you prepared to maybe possibly wrestle in that style? Do you enjoy wrestling that kind of style?
I like to look at it like this, I'm a pro wrestler. All those guys there are pro wrestlers, whether it's hardcore matches, death matches, singles matches, whatever the case may be. All those guys, have some sort of training, and they get in the ring, and whatever the stipulation is set, they go out there and they do their damn thing, But with me, I went over there straight with the mentality, I am going to be the legit wrestler in this ring. I am going to whoop everybody's butt without having to use a weapon. That's my game plan. I want to go into that ring every time, kick somebody's ass, pin them in the middle of the ring without having to hit them with a chair or with barbed wire or put them through a table that's lit on fire. And all that shit is crazy. A lot of those guys got a lot of balls to do that shit. But if I can beat somebody without having to use something like that, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if they want to throw me in a Brooklyn street fight one of these days, then I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be ready. I'm not gonna back down. But my you know what I'm saying. But my main focus is to go in there, tap somebody out, kick somebody in the face, whatever the case may be. But
first here, Brooklyn street fight. Book the shit. I'm there.
Brooklyn street fight. Put me and little Norman Reedus' brother, Michael James, in the Brooklyn street fight. Knock his teeth out, man. I do it like that. I just shove a Snapple bottle in his mouth, man.
Yeah, and I'm glad to bring you back because to me, I feel like that crowd out there, they just want to see blood and guts. Like when you go to different shows, they want to see UEW want to see blood and guts. Me and Skis go to PWG a lot, and they like to see the best wrestlers in the world go at it. But in UEW, it's a different environment. They just want to see blood and guts from anybody.
Absolutely.
But they still bring you back.
Still well received, though. They see all that stuff all the time. They see people busting each other open, beating each other down. You got Sage, smacking, Kyoko with a
Sage. Shout out to Sage.
Shout out to Sage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She crazy as hell. She out there smashing people in the head with fluorescent lights. But when I go out there and I'm chain wrestling and I'm putting somebody in a dragging sleeper hold and kicking somebody in the face and doing a 450 to the top rope, they don't see that shit often. So to them, it's like, oh, who is this? This mystical creature in this ring. Not hitting somebody with a light bulb. So
it's crazy.
Me, it makes me definitely stand out, and that's how I look at it. It gives me an opportunity.
It's crazy you said that, dude. Whether Charming.
Yeah, Biagio.
Yeah, Charming and
Biagio, man.
Yeah, him and I forgot the other guy's name that he wrestled. Yeah, those two, and they were wrestling, and people were like booing the other guy. I'm like, what are you guys booing for? This guy's killing it right now.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to Evan Daniels, man. He definitely got. You know what? Somebody booked that. Danny LimeLight versus Evan Daniels. I like to get in there with that dude, man.
Yeah, I would come just to watch that. Just to watch that. Hands down.
Yeah.
Somebody booked that, man.
I was pretty upset. I don't know if you could tell, but I was upset at the fans. Like, why are you guys booing good wrestlers out here?
Yeah, it's funny because my first time at UEW, my first match was against Biagio, and I went in there and they were booing me because they didn't know who the hell I was. And, that's how that crowd is. They like what they like.
Yeah.
If they don't know you, they don't care about you. So I went in there, and it was me and Biagio. We had an awesome match, and the fans, they were cheering for Biagio and booing me, And, you know, I was like, damn, how the hell am I going to, get my name over with these crowds? You know, how am I going to want these crowds to see Danny LimeLight?
I feel like they don't give you no love, period. Like, I feel like they didn't give, like, even after the match with Daniels and Biagio, like, they still gave him no love. I'm like, what's going on, people?
But the next time I showed up, it was me and Big Dick Hoss. And then, they started feeling me. And then the third time I showed up to UW, it was me versus B-Boy. We go to war, and after that, it's okay. Now they accepted me. Now they love Danny LimeLight. Well, now they're going to love to hate Danny LimeLight because now, like we talked about, I'm a heel there now. So now they, they keep comparing me to, Seville, Ricky Barrera. They're calling me Ricky's brother. Shout out to Seville, man. I hope he gets well soon, and I hope he's back in action real soon, man. But that's just how they are, man. They like what they like. If they don't like you, they're gonna let you know. And if you got to step your game up, step your game up.
Yeah, I definitely feel you.
You know what the story reminds me just right now? I'm not comparing you to CM Punk, but if you watch that DVD, how he mentioned, his early days that, he used to get booked at IWA in Illinois, and then they used to wrestle like hardcore stuff, and he was not into that stuff, but he got to do what he got to do, just to get booked. Get over. Yeah, he got to do. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. So that your story kind of reminded me of his story when he mentioned about how he used to wrestle those shows or whatever in IWA. So, all right, go ahead, Skitz.
Alrighty, just like I was saying, Danny is a busy man for the next 2 months. Back also in East LA, Pro Wrestling Bash War on Cancer, October 3rd. I really don't have too much information on the event. I just know that you're there. Talk to us a little bit about that promotion.
Pro Wrestling Bash is going to be in the Underground Arena, and it's basically a play on comic book, bringing comic book into the wrestling world. The man behind this is Triz and Sim Bodie. Everybody knows Sim Bodie's mind, or think they know Sim Bodie's mind. But him and Triz, they got this idea of bringing comic book and video game characters to the wrestling world. And what really got my attention was that it was a charity show for cancer. And so that gave me an opportunity, if I could go there and use my talent to help bring money towards a good cause, then I'm going to be there. They got me playing the role of Deathstroke from DC. So I'll be going against Ali Hussein, who'll be playing the role of Zombie Spider-Man. And there's going to be a lot of other good wrestlers there playing these characters, portraying these characters. And it's basically a show for the kids. It's going to be a family show. It's going to be early in the day. And basically people are going to be dressed up and putting on stories for children to help donate money for cancer. That's what Pro Wrestling Bash is. I believe from there there's going to be another show at a Boys and Girls Club to donate money, to raise money for a Boys and Girls Club in the LA area. And I think it's just really a charity work show. I don't have too much details on it either. The man to talk to about that will be Triz or Sim Bodie. But I'm excited to be a part of that. I'm excited that they hit me up and they want me to go out there and wrestle for them. So I'm going to go dress up as Deathstroke and I'm going to kick Spider-Man's ass.
It's funny. I saw that flyer and I was thinking, damn it, I wish I could go to the show because I was planning to go to IWL. But then when I saw the show, it was early, like 2 o'clock. Like, you know what? Maybe I can stop by. I want to see what you do with your Deathstroke moves, because I am a comic book fan. So.
Oh, man, I'm a comic nerd, man. I'm a comic.
Yeah, I saw your picture with Stan Lee. I'm jealous.
Oh, man, dude, that was one of the best moments of my life. I got to see Stan Lee. I got a guest room in my house. This is just, off topic. It's just dedicated to Marvel. Like, I got action figures from 1995s all over my walls. I got, a huge pop collection. So if anybody wants to give me a birthday gift, give me a Marvel pop. I'll throw it on myself. But yeah, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm a huge comic fan. And,
hopefully you don't get jealous, but I actually do have the first issue of the Punisher comic not open. So I have that with me. So just letting you know that.
So what you're telling me is I have to go to your house and rob you for the first issue of Punisher.
Go you find out where I live.
No, that's not my side.
You guys are hilarious.
That's dope.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Pro Wrestling Bash October 3rd.
Now I know not to bring my comic book to any wrestling shows now. So thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm taking it.
Go ahead, Oscar.
All right. Next question I'd like to ask you. Yeah, you've been getting booked crazy, and earlier you mentioned that you would like to head down to Santino's one of these days, like actually be a part of their shows, because Santino's been killing it. It makes me want to come back now, because lately I've been like on and off until I started going again. I'm like, man, these guys are killing it, and that makes me want to come back, and hopefully one of these days, say Skits is, when the schedule maybe should come back again, because I know the first time I took you enjoyed it. I think it got better and better as of late. So, what else other promotions you like to attend if you ever have the opportunity to?
I spoke to David Marquez of CWFH Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. That's someplace that's someplace I really, really want to get up to. I would love to be a part of their show. I think they have a great program going on. They got a lot of big name wrestlers down there. And I think Championship Wrestling is doing some awesome things, and I would just love to be a part of it in some form of way. So definitely CWFH. I actually want to take a quick second to shout out FCW, Gus down in Imperial Beach. He gave me a shout in his car last month. Not last month, I want to say in July. And I wrestled at FCW, and now, Gus got this XRT division going on right now.
I was just about to get to that, too. Talk to us about that.
I got to hop in front of you with that one, man. I'm super stoked. FCW, the first XRT division match will be myself and that punk Douglas James, who,
you guys got into it in the hot tub, right?
Yeah, we did, man. Smacked that dude in the mouth.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of.
Douglas James is pretty good. I'm going to tell your listeners right now. Keep an eye on Douglas James.
I don't want to sound like a hater, man. I'm not going to sound like a hater. I'll give credit where it's due. And he's definitely a great athlete. He's definitely doing some big things. And, a lot of people are talking about me and him, two rookies, two different parts. He's from, L.A. I'm from the San Diego area. We both killing it. And now on October 30th, you'll get to see, Douglas James versus Danny LimeLight in the first XRT division match. So definitely want to be in the seats on October 30th at FCW to check that match out. It's going to be dope.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match. I mean, anybody in the San Diego area or nearby, you guys got to check it out. I know that match is going to be good because, like I said, Douglas James is pretty good. He is somebody that we all should keep an eye on. Even if anybody in the East Coast listening, go on YouTube and type his name, Douglas James.
Or look at his damn Instagram. Look at that dude's Instagram, Douglas James Pro on Instagram. He got a bunch of little clips, highlights from his match with Peter Avalon and stuff. But about the hot tub, I know Skip brought up the hot tub incident. So if anybody follows us on social media, me and him have been going back and forth, and it's just trash talking back and forth, hyping up XRT and what it's about, and basically who's going to be the man. Because like I said, it's a rookie from the LA area, a rookie from San Diego. We both got huge egos, huge chips on our shoulders, and we was just smack talking back and forth. And then we get to the hot tub, and Deshaun, I just want to thank him for having us all in the hot tub. And, he tells us ahead of time, let's just keep it professional. Let's just answer my questions. It's my show, blah, blah, blah. And Doug just running his mouth. He can't keep shut. If you watch the hot tub interview, you see him throwing his little 2 cents every 5 seconds. Whenever he go open his sweet little mouth, say something slick. And I just got tired of sitting there and being disrespected about this dude because we're supposed to be professional athletes, professional wrestlers. We're not in the ring. We're not, on the camera. Well, we were on camera, but not in front of an audience. And he just got out of hand, and I couldn't keep my temper down. So we got into it in the hot tub. And so what?
Good. No, I was gonna say, I saw the whole hot tub thing between you and Douglas James, and it's funny that the biggest comeback you could have got back on him. Get your own gear. Stop ripping off CM Punk. That's how I could have said that. So.
He does have little stars in the back of his little tights and little trunk and stuff like that.
Hold on. Have I seen Douglas James, Oscar?
If you watch Championship Wrestling Hollywood, you might have.
Is Douglas James the one that we saw? Was he the one that I saw at the last show at Brian Kendrick's promotion?
I don't think he wrestled that day. No.
Am I thinking about that guy?
Avalon.
I'm thinking about the guy that's in the band.
No, I think you're confusing him with. I think you're confusing with that Jarrett 420. 120. My bad. I said 420. 120. I think you're confusing him with him.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
he's
yeah,
he's a talented dude, but I can't stand his mouth. So
yeah.
FCW's definitely going down October 30th, the day before Halloween. The card is ridiculous.
Yes,
Card
it is. You got
fucking
Reno
ridiculous.
Scum, Gods of War, B-Boy, Big Duke, Paul London, Lil Cholo, Mariachi Loco. Shoot, it's just that card is stacked, man.
Brian Cage, SoCal Pro, Vernon's in the house, Eli Everfly, Sway Thompson in the building. Shout out to Sway Thompson, by the way. Shout out to Sway Thompson. That's my guy.
Yeah, Sway Thompson gonna be there. You got Sasha Grefko gonna be there, or Sasha Derefko. I want to say his name right. You know, it's gonna be dope, man. You got
Don't forget Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, how do we forget Chavo? Chavo, man. If you ain't at FCW on October 30th, I don't know what you're doing with your life. There's no other place to be on October 30th but at FCW. That's it.
Even Famous
I'm
B's on the fucking card.
Yeah, everybody is on that. Peter, you got
and it says
Ray,
plus
Peter Avalon, Ray Rose is on the card.
It says plus many more too. It says plus many more too.
Gus is doing big things, man. He's gonna kill it on.
Shout out to Gus, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Gus, man. I'm excited to be a part of it. You know, like I said, the first XRT division match. Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows where it's gonna go? But it's gonna be sick, man. And I'm just happy to be. You know, I'm not happy to change my word. I'm not happy. I'm honored to be on that card with all those big name guys in the indie scene right now. All them dudes is killing. They even got Berman gonna be on the card too. Can't forget about Yuma and Kevin Martinson. So shout out
to Yuma. That's the homie.
Yeah. Them dudes is killing it, man. It's gonna be a stacked card. It's gonna be dope, and everybody who's anybody, I think, is pretty much there. So
this is basically pure SoCal right here. SoCal holding it down, you know.
Yep.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be Friday, October 30th, Boys and Girls Club
in Imperial Beach.
And to get more info on this, follow at FCW_San Diego.
On
give them a follow,
at
people.
FCW_San Diego, and on Instagram, Gus_FCW.
I just want to let everybody know, my boy Gus, he will book some big names too. The Young Bucks have wrestled in this promotion, people. So, just throwing it out there.
Take money to make money. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir.
It's gonna be dope.
I see we got my boy Eli Everfly on there. That's my dream match to see Eli and Danny go at it right there, because Eli's been holding it down out here in the SoCal area, and you as I saw that. Eli was like, "Who are you? I never heard of you." I saw that.
Let's talk about that. He was being slick, man. He was being slick with that mouth, man. But like I said, you know, I wrestled Charming. I've been in the ring with Douglas James before, and he said himself he wrestled both those dudes. We just never went at it. I think
somebody needs to book that.
To happen. Yeah.
I'm tweeting that out right now. I'm tweeting it out right now.
Yep. After I beat Douglas James, the next XRT match, Limelight versus Eli. Fuck it. Let's make it happen.
You know what? Tweet that to Santino's.
I'm going to tweet every SoCal promotion in the world. Whoever books it first, make it happen. It don't matter where it's at. Just make it happen.
Yep.
These guys need to go ahead.
Limelight versus Everfly.
Fuck it.
Hashtag that,
Santino's, IWL, doesn't matter, you know?
Definitely, man. Go ahead, Oscar. That's your next question, brother.
All right. My next question I'd like to ask you, so what is your goals for your career? Is there like a certain country that you like to perform in, or a special city? Maybe wrestle in New York. Is that something that you like to do? What is your goal? New York?
Well, my first goal is to really tear it up all over the West Coast. I want to get down to Arizona. I've been talking to Sway Thompson, like we said, shout to Sway Thompson, trying to see what's up with, AWF. And I really, really would like to wrestle in New York City. You know, one of my homies that I grew up with way back when, he actually jumped into the wrestling thing when I was a little kid, and he's been wrestling all over the East Coast. So I would like to get over there. I know he wrestles at Gleason's Gym in New York City, so I would love to get over there, man. And my cousin, from my father's side, he wrestles in Puerto Rico, and that would be dope. I'm Puerto Rican. If I could go on a vacation out there and just wrestle one match in Puerto Rico. That would be awesome. And then, you know, I think a big goal of mine, you know, take over the XRT division over here in the West Coast, really make a name for myself here where people are talking about me all over the U.S., you know, have people, you know, mentioning my name on social media, because I think social media goes a long way. I like to consider myself a social media god. I'm really big on networking and, you know, getting to know people all over. So if I could get that happening, maybe, you know, who knows, maybe in 5 years you can see me on Lucha Underground or something like that. I don't know. But I definitely want to wrestle in New York. I want to wrestle in Puerto Rico. And, you know, I think even you know, Florida would be dope too. As far as countries, if I could head back to Japan, you know, that would be dope. But like I said, I'm still on Marine Corps contract, so wherever the Marine Corps has me, that's where I got to be at.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully, maybe I could see you doing Japan, because out there in Japan, it's like, to me, because, you know, over here in America, I think, football's the biggest thing in America, I have to say. I know the season's about to start next week, so that's like the big thing. If Aaron Rodgers walking the street, everybody's asking for an autograph. If any wrestler can walk in the streets of Japan, if you're noticed, and you can. Everybody's gonna be asking for an autograph. It doesn't matter if your name is Willie Mack. You can probably, people are gonna walk out there and ask them for an autograph, because pro wrestling's a big thing out there in Japan. So that would be a freaking awesome thing if you ever go down there. You know?
That'd be dope. That'd be something I would definitely jump at, an opportunity like that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Danny, my next question. If you had to name 5 guys in the SoCal area that you have never wrestled at, is a big dream. The top 5 dream matches that you want to, the top
Easy.
5 guys.
I got 5 right now. Easy. Ready? I got Yuma, Big Duke, Cholo, Mariachi Loco, and Peter Avalon.
Let's make it happen. You know what? I'm surprised you didn't say Cholo, 2 guys. I'm very surprised you didn't say 2 guys. I thought you was gonna mention B-Boy or Willie Mack.
I wrestled B-Boy.
Oh, okay.
I went to war with B-Boy, and Willie, he would definitely be right after that 5th number. I really want to do something with Yuma. I really want to do something with Peter Avalon. Cholo's amazing. I've seen him work so many times at SoCal Pro and all these other feds. I would love to get in the ring with Cholo. Big Duke, because he was somebody who helped train me in SoCal Pro. And then, like I said, Mariachi Loco, I think he's a talented dude too, and I would love to get in the ring with him. And then again, you know, if you want to keep naming it, would be Willie Mack. You know, got Paul London, definitely. I would love to wrestle with him, but I think top 5 off top would be those 5 names I said: Yuma, Duke, Cholo, Mariachi Loco, and Peter Avalon.
Wrestling fans should know all 5 of these guys' names, because if you don't, you need to just stop watching wrestling now. I'm going to tell you right now. You should know who Big Duke is if you watch Championship from Hollywood. You should know who Mariachi Loco is if you watch Lucha Underground. You should know who Peter Avalon is if you watch TNA or Championship from Hollywood. You should know who else you say?
Cholo.
You should know who Little Cholo is if you watch Lucha Underground. And you should know who's the last person?
Yuma.
And you should know who Jenny Yuma is if you watch PWG, if you watch any fucking promotion. It doesn't matter, because Yuma's that guy. Shout out to Yuma. You should know all 5 of those dudes. Those dudes, they have, you know, they're like, what's the word I'm looking for? They basically have a big
prestige.
What's the word I'm looking for?
They say prestige.
Prestige. There you go.
Prestige.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are guys that I would really, you know, make magic in the ring with. Hopefully, if they was, you know,
their resume. That's the word I was looking for. Resume. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, they got a deep resume, you know. So I think that'd be dope. And because, like I said, I wrestled B-Boy, I wrestled SoCal Crazy. I've been in the ring with a lot of guys who, at this early in my age, you know, and well, not my age, but this early in my career, most guys haven't gotten to the ring with. And you know, I think those 5 could even elevate me further, and I can learn a lot from them. So
definitely, dude. Oscar, you have another question, dude?
Yes, I have another question. I'm gonna ask you something like he just asked you, but in a different way. I'm gonna ask you about the big companies like WWE, TNA, or Ring of Honor. Maybe 5 guys from any of those promotions that you love to work with, or you think you have a good match.
So like anybody who I could just pick 5 from WWE that I would love to wrestle.
WWE, TNA, or Ring of Honor.
Okay. Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Dolph Ziggler. Let's see, 2 more guys. Finn Balor.
TNA, Finn Balor, okay.
And can I pick somebody from like the past, or it has to be present?
You could pick someone in the past, and okay.
Then it would have to be The Rock.
The Rock.
If you want somebody from right now, then that 5th person would be Neville.
All right. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm surprised Neville wasn't on Raw tonight, but yeah, Neville is a very amazing talent. So
I don't think I'm at that level yet, but if you said pick 5, and that's my 5 right there.
Yeah, well, you've only been in the business for like just a year, so we all have time. So who knows, whatever you'll be in 5 to 10 years from now. So you gotta just take it easy. Just go with the flow.
Yep. Hopefully, I'm alive in 10 years.
All right.
Definitely. Danny, before we let you go, you want to let our listeners know where they can find your stuff if they never heard of you, Twitter, YouTube, anything like that, Pro Wrestling Tees?
Yeah, definitely. Twitter, you could get me on Twitter at Danny LimeLight. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_LimeLight, Facebook.com/Danny LimeLight, ProWrestlingTees.com/Danny LimeLight. I got 4 shirts up there right now. Make sure I go buy one or all 4. I promise you they fresh. And I'm on all social media, man. I don't got a Snapchat though, and I don't mess with YouTube like that. But definitely Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
You gotta get on that Snapchat game, bro.
Bro, I'm very active on all those social medias. I think my life would be too full if I had a Snapchat. I'd be taking pictures all damn days.
They call you the social media king, right? I mean, shit.
Social media god. Social media god.
Might as well. Hey, show that you the god there.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Don't forget about
Catch me. Come on Snapchat. Hashtag get your camera ready to be trending everywhere. Trending.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Real quick, I have a question. I have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
Where's our Danny LimeLight T-shirts?
Where's y'all Danny LimeLight T-shirts?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all help me down with a Wrestling Head T-shirt. Them shirts is fresh. Make sure if y'all ain't got one, y'all go buy a Wrestling Head T-shirt. But next time, I got two large LimeLight Entourage T-shirts left. All my shirts sell out fast, so I always have to restock. But right now, I got 2 limited edition LimeLight Entourage T-shirts left, size large. If y'all at the UEW show on September 19th, I'll give it to both of y'all.
Definitely, dude.
All right.
That's a deal. But if y'all don't show up, things gonna sell, man.
Well, I'm extra large, so.
Hey, I'm a large, so I'm fine.
All right, I got 2 larges left, man. All my shirts come and go. But if y'all don't get none of these, then like I said, Pro Wrestling Tees got my shirt. I'm working on the 5th design, so we'll see what's up with that.
I know a couple good designers. Just saying, bro. Holla at me. I know some good designers, bro.
On, man. I like networking, man. Put me on. And like I said, back to the social media thing, man. If y'all follow me right now on social media, I don't follow a lot of people back. I don't show a lot of love back. You know what I'm saying? Because, I feel like my social media account is too official. But if y'all follow me right now, y'all tweet me, and y'all say that y'all heard it. Y'all say that y'all heard it from Wrestlingheads Radio. I'll follow you back, but you got to be following Wrestlingheads Radio.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do a special Danny LimeLight follow back if you use the hashtag WrestlingHead Radio.
All right.
Follow me.
Hashtag that, y'all people. Show some love.
Yeah, hashtag that. Hashtag that. And thanks for the small chant from Saturday.
You said what?
We definitely
No, it was a little small Wrestlingheads chant on Saturday at the USW. So. Yeah. Anyway.
You see me posing with the shirt, man?
I saw it. And some girl came up to you, and she was posing with the shit. Shout out to her.
Yeah. Yep, shout out to her. I be trying, man. Anybody show me love, I try to show love back full effect. So.
Yeah, I've seen her over. She's like a big Sage Shin fan, I see, because she always wears like the old pumpkin stuff and all that. So
shout out to Sage, man. She got a little following of little Halloween trick-or-treating stuff.
Yeah, shout out to her, and thank her for following us too on Twitter. So, yeah, she was kicking ass like her daddy did back in the day, you know.
Yep. I'm trying to get my entourage like bigger than her little pumpkin patch kids. But yeah, so yeah, be there on the 19th. I'll give you guys each a shirt, and we'll go from there. Follow me right now on social media. Everybody else listening, thank you for listening. I'll follow back. Use the hashtag Wrestlingheads Radio. Yeah, I appreciate this opportunity, man.
Man, thank you for coming on, bro.
For sure, man.
Appreciate you,
maybe
bro.
we'll have you back on in the future, you know? So
definitely.
After
I knock the snot out of Douglas James at SCW, we'll do a post match, interview or something like that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So everybody's listening. Tell your friends that that have not listened yet, listen to this interview, and spread the word out to Douglas James what he just said. All right?
Yep.
Jerry, listening, spread that word.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, peace.
Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Danny LimeLight. Fun interview. Danny, up-and-coming star here in the SoCal area. Looking forward to see what he's got planned, for his career out here in the SoCal area.
Yeah, I mean, just check out his matches. Like, I first discovered him not that long ago, and I saw his match on FCW where he was mentioning. And just go on YouTube and check him out and do what you guys think. I'm pretty sure he's a good talent. And, he's pretty much a good talent. I saw him the first time live on Saturday, just like Skip said. So probably going to see him more around. And I go to all these Santino shows around here, and I think I'm going to see him soon in there. So yeah, there's a lot of talent coming up at Santino's. You guys got to look up, like your boy Brody King. You got to look up, check him out too. So
yeah. Real quick, we're going to take a quick break. Hopefully the soundboards work this week, and I got a big announcement I got a big announcement for AWS week. It's an AWS week thing coming, and I got a lot of guests coming on that show. So for all the fans that love AWS, might want to tune in now to hear all the guests that we have booked, and it might be more coming. We'll be right back to these messages.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
That the fucking soundboard does not work. So we will just try one more, and if that doesn't work, we're just gonna keep the show going on.
What's up? This is the phenomenal AJ Styles down here in LA, kicking it with the PWG, busting my tail. Freaking great tournament, the bowler tournament is freaking amazing. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, everybody and anybody needs to listen to Wrestlingheads podcast.
Well, welcome back to WH Radio, Blog Talk Radio. You're a piece of shit.
I guess.
Sam.
Yeah.
Fuck Blog Talk Radio. I am sick of this shit, bro.
Yeah, I guess AJ Styles loves us, so there you go. And shout out to David for listening. He's listening right now. Shout out to him, man. He's the homie.
Talking about David from PWG?
Yeah, he just.
Shout out to David. That's my guy. That's my boy, man. That's the realest dude I know. Shout out to him. Shout out to Mark. Shout out the whole PWG squad. Shout out to TJ. Shout out to everybody. There's too many people I don't know in the PWG line, but shout out to my guys out there.
Everybody. Hey, fucking shout out to Jerry. I know he's listening to this somehow. I don't know if he's listening to us live. He's probably watching the Steve Austin's podcast, but who knows? Shout out to him anyways. He's gonna end up listening to this anyways.
If you guys want to get involved with this show, you guys can call us up at 347-945-5566. Call us up, talk some Raw. We'll get some Raw in a minute. But I got a couple announcements to make. AWS SoCal promotion. They're coming to their last show for a while. They're going on a break. So we're going to have an AWS week coming here on Wrestlingheads Radio. And we're going to have a couple of guests that are real big out here in the SoCal area. So it's kind of like how we had the Bola week. I'm just going to name all the folks we have, and we'll tweet out the dates that they'll be on. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give you the dates. All right. On September 14th, Justin, AWS and PWG referee will be here on Wrestlingheads Radio. My favorite luchador. Take a guess who it is. Take a guess who it is, Oz.
Luchador or luchadora?
Luchadora, I meant to say.
All right. I'm going to I think it's a really tough guess, but I'm going to guess Datura. Is that her?
Datura is going to be live here on September 14th also. Also, ladies and gentlemen, coming back to Wrestlingheads Radio Thursday on the 17th, September 17th, Ray's is back here on WH Radio.
Oh, shit. What day after my birthday, we got Ray's up in here. Holy shit.
Hold on. We don't stop there, people. We get shit done. We bring some of the best wrestlers in the world here on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time here on Wrestlingheads Radio, same day on the 17th, Famous B makes his debut here on Wrestlingheads Radio.
Yes, Famous B. I mean, I always want him in on the show. Like, I have a lot of questions to ask him about, like, PWG, AWS, Lucha Underground. It's freaking awesome that he's on the show. And I always wanted him in for a while, but now he's finally in here, so I'm glad that we're going to have him on.
And there's a possibility we might have my guy, Yuma Tornado, and Captain Comic-Con on here. We're in talks. Yuma Tornado's with it. All I got to do is talk to his manager, and we'll get that done. AWS week coming the 14th and also the 17th of September. Be on the lookout for that. Should be fun.
Well, I guess my birthday week is going to be freaking awesome with lots of guests. Man, it's going to be freaking awesome. None of you guys don't want to miss that out because it's going to be a fucking awesome show. Both shows.
Definitely, dude. Tonight, Monday Night Raw.
Well, hold on. Should we give out one more guest we have it on Thursday? Should we tell them?
Fuck it. I think people know. A lot of people should know already from tweeting. But Thursday, Ring of Honor superstar Donovan Dijak live here on Wrestlingheads Radio. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here on the Elite Podcast Network, we get shit done.
Yes, definitely. And remember, it's going to be an early show, so you guys don't want to miss that out. So you can watch your football after Wrestlingheads. So there you go. So you can watch. You can listen to Wrestlingheads Radio, and after we're done, go watch your opening game, football game. I know football season's back.
Yes, sir. So let's get into some Raw talk. I thought Raw was it was okay. It was okay. Like I said, folks, if you want to get involved, y'all can call us up again. I don't mind putting somebody on to talk with us. Like David, if you want to call up and talk with your boys, fuck it, call up, bro. Once again, The number is 347-945-5566. But before I get into that, it looked like we just fucking kind of booked a match on here on WH Radio, because it looked like Gus from FCW, him and he's talking about Eli maybe in December. Interesting.
You see, we can make the magic happen. That's how wrestling has to do. We make the magic happen.
Oh shit. But let's get into this Raw talk, because we definitely got to cover what happened tonight. Tonight on Raw, of course, it opens with the WWE and U.S. champion Seth Rollins basically shooting a promo, talking about Sting and John Cena, basically saying that he's the man and he's going to hold shit down, basically, at the Night of Champions. And it was kind of a long promo, it was good at the same time. What was your thoughts on this promo? Besides, having Sting interrupt the promo and show the statue and get him distracted.
I think it was pretty cool. I did expect that Sting to get involved somehow, some way, but it's a typical Raw every week. We has to open up with some kind of promo. I remember Tom, he didn't join us today. He always complains that Raw always got to start with a promo instead of a match, but fortunately, you have to expect it has to be either Seth Rollins or the Authority, or maybe even both. It's going to start off Raw anyways, like they always do every week. So, yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Seth Rollins is going to be doing double duty at Night of Champions. And, he's going to be wrestling against Sting and John Cena. But, it's getting kind of interesting what's going to happen. Today on Raw, I feel like they focus more on the Sting and Seth Rollins rivalry than the Seth Rollins and John Cena. But we can talk about the John Cena thing a little bit later.
Yeah. So, basically, like I said, in the beginning, Seth basically cut the promo, and Sting basically got him distracted with the statue or whatnot. And there was a scene later on in the back, with Seth, panicking about the statue, talking to Stephanie McMahon, saying, "Where's Triple H? Where's the Cerebral Assassin?" And Triple H basically said, "Just get your head out the statue and get focused on your matches at the Night of Champions." So he booked them in 2 matches. He went one-on-one against Ryback, which we'll talk about in a bit, and also in the main event, it was going to be the New Day teaming up with Seth Rollins against the Primetime Players and John Cena, which we'll talk about in a bit also. But let's start off with the first match of the night: Paige versus Sasha Banks, 2 of the best female wrestlers on the WWE roster. Went at it. I think this is the 3rd time they wrestled, and I think this is the 3rd time Sasha has beat Paige. I don't know if you want to count that beat the clock one, but I don't count that.
Nah.
So, but these 2 girls have put on 2 great matches, I would say, and I say you got to keep these 2 feuding for Night of Champions and book them 2 at the Night of Champions. Maybe ban each girl's groups from the ring and let them go at it.
Yeah, I mean. Look, this match was okay. I think the first time they went at it was 10 times better than this. But I just didn't like the finish on Naomi. Just got in the ring and quickly got out and caused the distraction and had Sasha win. But, I tweeted this earlier in my account at Sinister632. I'm deciding to call Sasha Banks the woman with 1,000 holes. Seriously, she got so many different moves. I'm like, damn. If she put her on Raw next week or SmackDown this Thursday, we're gonna see a move that we never seen before. She's gonna be doing.
Let's not forget who trained her.
Let's
not forget who she trained with, bro. She trained with Biff Busick. She trained with Hanson, Donovan Dijak, Boston Strong. Hold it down. They are like, she's trained with some of the best. So
So she's an awesome talent, and I mean, she's keep impressing me every freaking week. So it's gonna be freaking awesome. What we can win from or what we've seen in Sasha in 1 year from now. So I mean, I wish the match went longer between her and Paige. I wish they put more minutes to it, but fortunately, that's how the way they did it. But I still give a shot to both of them. This match was okay, and probably was I don't know if it's the match of the night of Raw, but it was a good match.
Definitely enjoyed Sasha and Paige. They work well together. 2 of the best, like I said, and I think it's about that time. Since we're on the female subject, I think it's about that time that they just break up the whole trios of females. Like that needs to go. In my opinion.
Yeah, you know what? This thing just started kind of like getting to the point where, you know what, I'm getting tired of it now. Because at first we all were getting excited, when Sasha and Charlotte and Becky Lynch started coming to the main roster. They form all these groups, and we're with it. But now I feel like they are going. It's getting to the point where, like, you know what, something needs to change. But I think I know what they could be going now. So maybe we could talk about that a little later.
Yeah, and for those that want to know the winner, Sasha Banks won roll-up. So that's what happened in that matchup. Little distraction from, I would say, Tamina and Tamina and Naomi. A little distraction.
I wonder if they're going to call her Tamina her full name, Tamina Snuka, or just Tamina. I'm just saying.
That is a good point. Next up, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns were in action, and of course they went against the jobbers of all jobbers, the Ascension. The Ascension jobbed so much, it's sad. They jobbed on NXT the week before, and they're back. I think they jobbed against the Dudley Boyz on SmackDown, and they're jobbing against Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. It's like, just throw these guys at anybody. Of course, they just went out there for some exercise, and yeah.
Hey, the Ascension might drop to us. Hey, let's have a match with them. We'll probably beat them. Fuck it. We're the tag team Wrestlingheads. We just beat the Ascension. Might as well do that. Book that on Raw next week. Fuck it. But anyways, yeah, I mean, what, about a year ago, we were hoping when we Ascension be in the main roster until we finally made it, and it went downhill, you know. It's just amazing how the Ascension just went from one day we were talking about when can they be in the main roster until, you know, all the way down to they getting jobbed every week by just tag teams. Then maybe next week they'll get jobbed by the fucking Luchadores. So that's what it is. And at the same time, happy for them they got a storyline with the Cosmic Wasteland thing.
I was just about to mention that. But people, I mean, the WWE, they act like we forgot about him and them and Stardust forming a squad. Like, where was Stardust? You know, like, he should have been at least at ringside, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the way they script Raw, because there was no Stardust, no Neville. Probably decided, we shouldn't put that. Nah, you know, just don't put them out there. So that's probably my guess is why they didn't put Stardust out there.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Breaking news: WWE has officially signed Kana. I think that's how you say her name.
Kana, yeah.
Yeah, they officially signed her. So it is official. They announced it on the NXT Twitter. Maybe I think they also did on the WWE one also. So they announced they're signing Kana to NXT contract. So she'll be at NXT. Kana will officially report to the Performance Center in Orlando late September. So she's been wrestling 11 years, people. So this girl is the real deal from what I heard from folks that have watched her stuff. Yeah,
I mean, like what Tom says earlier, they got to do something with the women's division of NXT because, you know, they're about to lose Sasha, they're about to lose Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Then you still have Bayley, but there's a matter of time where Bayley might end up in the main roster. So what you're gonna do with the current women? You know, if you minus all of them, you have Emma, you have Dana Brooks, you have Eva Marie and Nia Jax. I don't think that roster excites you, you know, but you gotta fix that up for a bit and make that next
Spoiler
roster.
alert, the next takeover is in October, and Bayley's supposed to go against Dana Brooke. That's the word out there right now. And then the one in London, she's supposed to go against Eva Marie. That's the word out there on the dirt sheets.
Not shocking. You know, not shocking that they're going to go that route. But in 2016, they got to do something with that division, because I could see the NXT women's division right now maybe struggle for a bit, but then they got to bring all these women like Kana, Nikki Storm, maybe that help it out. So hopefully there'll be more women that will step up. Because, there's too many heel women in NXT, so they gotta fix it up.
It's crazy you mentioned Bayley, because I believe Seth Rollins just had a interview. I think it was like a YouTube interview, like when the reporters interviewed him, and they asked out of all the folks at NXT, who do you think should be on the main roster, and he mentioned Bayley. So if you got the WWE champion putting you over, you must, be a big deal, and you should be on the main roster. So
yeah, I mean, he probably known her for years, and the same with Adeu and Finn Balor. I know he put him over in other interviews as well. So he's. I mean, not only because he's a WWE champion, he knows all these songs for years. Even
right.
Kevin Owens, he's always gonna say something great about all those guys and women.
Right.
Anyway,
let's go ahead and get back to the Raw talk. I'm sorry to get off topic, folks listening. But Seth Rollins and Ryback in action. Ryback actually had a promo before this match, and it was hilarious to me because the guy's reading his promo the whole fucking time. Eyes are like not even looking at Renee Young or looking at the camera. Like, bruh, we can see the shit. I even tweeted about it on the Wrestlingheads Twitter. Like, come on, dog. Ryback is so terrible at everything. People that know me, I dislike Ryback. He is a waste of fucking space. I just didn't understand, like why is this guy still around? Like, I don't know. But anyways, I don't want to rant on Ryback right about now, but I'm pretty sure you saw what I saw with him looking at his promo written for him.
Yeah, I mean, as far as weakness right there, he can't come with his own promos, and like I've told you hundreds of times, the reason why he's in there because he has a huge fan base in the WWE. Like him or not, he does have one. But
I think honestly, I know we always have this conversation. I really feel like his fans, he really doesn't have the fans. Like, it's more of like his chant. Like, his chant, "Feed Me More," is catchy, so people are going to say it. That's how I feel. That's just me. But we can talk about that.
Doing well.
We could talk about that a whole other day.
Yeah, you can do that. But in the end, at that promo you had Kevin Owens. He didn't know Apple. He mentioned about "Feed Me More," and he told him he wished him luck with against Seth Rollins. But yeah, where's this going? This is going to a Intercontinental title match between the two at Night of Champions.
Yeah, that was weird. How Kevin, just basically came in a promo and we didn't see him at all the whole night.
Yeah, I mean, didn't use him at all, but like I said, this is gonna lead to an Intercontinental match between the two at Night of Champions, which I hope Kevin Owens walks out Intercontinental Champion. And for the sake of the Intercontinental Championship, you need to get off Ryback. I'm sorry. He's not a guy that, you want to resurrect the Intercontinental Championship. Like, you guys try to Daniel Bryan to be that guy, but sorry, Ryback is not that guy. Maybe Kevin Owens could be that guy. I was on Eyes on the Rain last night. We were talking, like, if Kevin gets that IC title off of Ryback, you can have him hold it for a while. And, either you can have Daniel Bryan return before a Royal Rumble and have him feud with Kevin Owens and say, I never lost that IC title, and have them feud for a bit, and then have him go to the Rumble, of course, still with IC champ, and, him, basically dominating the Rumble at the time. And then, Sami Zayn, I know we talked about this plenty of times here on the show, Sami Zayn get involved with that, and them to basically keep feuding into WrestleMania for the IC title. I did. I think me and Tom said the same thing, but just take up the Daniel Bryan part. But yeah, we still we're talking. Me and Tom talking about it, I think Thursday that with Kevin Owens walks the Intercontinental Champ, you can have him be a long and reigning championship. Maybe you can have him come out to WrestleMania. But like I said, it's up to WWE. WWE could do something dumb like you can have Kevin Owens to lose his title to, I don't know, R-Truth or Big Show. That's the one thing I'm worried about if they ever do something stupid like that. But
they need to pair Kevin with guys like that he's normally used to wrestling, like a Neville, like somebody like
Neville,
that.
Cesaro again. Bring up.
Yeah.
If you want to have him do with Cesaro again, fuck it. Do it again with Cesaro. Or maybe even Dolph Ziggler. I think that would be more interesting than having seen Kevin Owens against Big Show or Mark Henry.
Dean Ambrose. Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Or remember Thursday you mentioned why not Randy Orton? Why not Randy Orton?
Yeah, I was on here.
Yeah, I'm saying why not Randy Orton? I think that'll be a good feud between Kevin Owens.
I'm kind of over Randy Orton, bro. After tonight, which we'll talk about a little later.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on. But yeah, the Ryback Seth Rollins match. Seth Rollins basically carried the match. Held it down. The only thing I was disappointed in, Sting getting involved, distracting Seth Rollins, and then another roll-up. 2 roll-ups back-to-back on Raw.
Yeah, and the tweet up hashtag Raw roll-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I know a lot of people are disappointed that, Ryback got the victory over Seth Rollins. But, oh well. I mean, I was hoping Seth Rollins won those matches, but I don't know. To me, I feel like it didn't make sense why Ryback has to win this match. And then when it comes to the end of Raw, where we saw, it doesn't make sense why Ryback won the match. And what pissed me off more is that why did Kevin Owens get involved, during the match or even after?
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised he didn't get involved.
Yeah. So we'll probably see more conflict between the two.
I think it's going to be a rematch on SmackDown. Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be a rematch. Ryback needs to go ahead and get his rematch. I mean, maybe a match for the title, for the WWE Championship since he pinned him. Maybe that happens. It has to happen because he pinned the champ. And have Kevin Owens get involved. Yeah, definitely. By the way, I'm hoping Ryback blocks me after what I tweeted. I tweeted when he gave his belt to the Make-A-Wish kid. I said, I bet you the Make-A-Wish kid would be a better champ. I know my ass was that.
Damn.
I'm just waiting to block.
You're just hoping from Velvet Sky to Ryback.
Velvet Sky blocked us because she didn't like what the fuck we were saying when we were taking up for Candice LeRae and Veda Scott, who actually are better wrestlers than her, which we don't have to get into that right now. But let's go ahead and move on. Of course, like I said, Ryback got the W with the roll-up, which is bullshit. Thanks to Sting. Rusev and Dolph Ziggler and Summer Rae, worst fucking not promo. I'll say worst storyline of the year. And this whole TMZ style bullshit, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if I want to say TMZ, more like fucking...
A lot of people are comparing it to like TMZ.
TMZ, or I feel like more like a talk show. Like, I don't want to say Murray, but like, what's that dude's name? Martel? The black dude, the bald dude?
Montel Jordan?
Yeah, or something like that, like...
A lot of people, it's crazy because a lot of people are comparing it to like some TMZ shit, because I don't know.
I almost feel like one of those shows, like those when couples are getting in trouble or whatever, and they're all on shows, asking the host, for help or advice. That's what it looks like this fucking storyline is. It's like this quadruple
The storyline has got me like,
Jesus!
Come on, man.
And you know what sucks more, though? I'm hoping that this doesn't continue on for much because fucking Lana got hurt and she broke her hand. And maybe they're planning this
Lana's out for 4 months, by the way, folks.
Might not happen now.
Yeah, this shit needs to end now because it's a bad deal for Rusev and Zig. And Summer Rae, who gives a shit? Like, she's just there. Like, they fucked up the storyline already, so it really doesn't matter.
Summer Rae, I mean, she was doing her thing in NXT, then she went to Fandango. Ever since then, that was it. I'm sorry.
Her and Fandango was actually it kind of helped Fandango, I say. I think Summer Rae helped, but after they broke them up, that was retarded. But hey, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to get into this fucking storyline because it's ridiculous. It's like
I know.
I'm saying here. It's like fucking ranting season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, but
that was my bathroom break actually. So.
What was that?
I was like my bathroom break, and it was one of those bathroom breaks like you wish I was taking a shit than taking a piss because it was all fucking pathetic.
So right after that, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Randy Orton were seen talking in the back because Randy Orton was in action against guess who? His favorite opponent, Sheamus, who they wrestle all the time. And guess what? They'll be wrestling at the Madison Square Garden special too, just like they wrestle at fucking every fucking pay-per-view for the last 3 pay-per-views. Nobody gives a shit about Randy Orton and Sheamus' match. All I can say, one thing I did forget to mention. In the beginning of the Seth Rollins promo, Sheamus did get involved, basically saying you might have 3 matches, and I might cash in either tonight, SmackDown, or either Night of Champions. That's one thing I forgot to mention. So that's the only good thing I can probably mention right now when it comes to Sheamus. Randy Orton, Sheamus, same old shit. Randy Orton wins. I don't know what to say, but right after that.
I mean, with the whole Sheamus thing, I don't know about you, but do you really want Sheamus to cash it in and win the title? It doesn't matter what pay-per-view or whatever happens. Do you actually want to see that? Because I'm at a point where I kind of don't, unless if he somewhere if it makes sense. Last year when Seth Rollins won this damn thing, we were waiting until the day he cash it in and wins the title. And force it happens in WrestleMania.
It's like right now. It's like who cares that Sheamus is Money in the Bank champ. Like he's the weakest Money in the Bank champ ever, at the moment. He might be more weaker than fucking Jack Swagger.
Or Sandow. But anyways, yeah, him and Randy. They actually was. This is probably the longest match they've done. It's in the history of the rivalry. But again, they're gonna have it again at Madison Square Garden. Well, too bad. I'm not watching it live because I.
But the thing is, it's a house show. It's just a house show that's on the network. That's the thing. These guys wrestle every night. That's the thing. So
yeah. Well, I'm saying on the network. I mean, I'm not gonna be watching it live. I'm probably gonna be watching like later on that night or the next day. I could fast forward that. So that's a good thing about it. But yeah, there's one thing we gotta mention about Randy Orton. What happened after the match after Randy Orton won from that RKO?
Yeah, which was I'm kind of with that. The Wyatts attacked him. They basically jumped him after the match after Orton won. And I'm kind of with that because I'm glad that now that mystery partner will not be Eric Rowan, which was rumors that Eric Rowan was probably going to be that person. It would be dumb as fuck because Eric Rowan left, hurt, and him and Luke Harper was actually teaming up, so it would make sense. So I'm glad that was a false story. And I'm with Randy Orton, just fucking being in the middle of this because they have nothing for him. They have nothing for him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
question, though. Is he really the partner? Because think about it. You were just talking with Roman and Dean, but nothing mentioned about him being the partner. But when the Wyatts attacked him, they attacked him because they assumed he's going to be the partner. But is he really going to be the partner for Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose?
Well, now that he got attacked, it's Randy Orton, a former WWE champion. I don't see him backing down from the shit, you know?
Interesting, because I also heard another rumor that supposedly WWE.com made a huge error.
They did. It's not even a rumor. It's the truth. They did make an error, and Baron Corbin's picture came up. I think that was just a fuck up.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, if it's Baron Corbin, that does not make sense at all. Why?
Yeah, I think it was just a fuck up.
I don't know, but I mean, why would it bring Baron Corbin the main roster now? I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's why I think it was just an error. You know, it's an error on the website. Somebody fucked up.
Yeah, but we'll see. If it's Randy Orton, the guy, I guess, and maybe they'll work on possibly a Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton feud in the fall. You know, so. Maybe it'll lead to Survivor Series for Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. But, yeah. And this guy, what's his name? Braun Strowman, man, that guy is a freaking monster.
He's a fucking beast. And he's also a pretty good talker. You know, he got to talk in the middle of their promo that they had before whole situation.
This guy, when he's making his debut, I never seen him, like, so making a debut or him coming out. Or I have a presence since I can remember, like Undertaker or Zeus. Like I remember when I was a kid, I was like, "Man, how the hell are they gonna stop this guy?" I never felt that way into any debut since then, or maybe when Kane appeared. You know, I mean, how in the hell
came in dominant
with this guy? Yeah, coming in dominant. I mean, he's just picking up frickin' Randy Orton like he's a rag doll. You know, and I know this guy did.
I mean, shit. It all started with Reigns and fucking Ambrose, and now Randy Orton. Who's next?
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
They got to put him in action, though.
I know. I always saw him wrestle a little bit on SmackDown against Dean Ambrose, but it was just for a bit. But I mean, the guy is a power lifter. He could probably pick up the Big Show like nothing. Pretty much, and he could probably do his finisher on the Big Show. And that would be amazing if he did that.
That would be a holy shit moment.
Yeah, but just damn, 200 and I'm guessing Randy Orton's like what 275. He lifted him up with one shoulder and slammed him. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see definitely what happens. With this situation, if Randy Orton's going to get in this situation with the storyline, because I think that's the best bet for Orton at the moment. You don't want to see him and Sheamus again. This is the best bet because they ain't shit for him, or at least he can just sit out the pay-per-view. But next match, the Dudley Boyz. Actually, it was a scene in the back before I get there with Seth Rollins pissed off that he lost to Ryback, and he ran into the New Day. The New Day is awesome. I don't give a fuck. New Day is basically, cheering them up kind of, and they said, don't you dare be sour because you're two-time WWE champs are here, and the New Day rocks chants and shit, and you got Xavier Woods playing the instrument or whatnot, and then out of nowhere, when they're doing the New Day rock shit, Edge and Christian come out of nowhere, and they get involved with the situation. He said last time you basically tried to have me jumped or whatnot, and I guess they had a little battle with the New Day and with the instruments, and then the Dudley Boyz come out of nowhere. That was dope. So, and they all just basically chant New Day sucks, and it goes to the next scene. So, but
well, you gotta mention this though, what Bubba Ray said. that next week it'll be, or it's the season premiere Raw, that the New Day had defended tag titles against Primetime Players, and the winner of that match will have defended again at the pay-per-view at Night of Champions against the Dudley Boyz.
So the Dudleys are they're basically going to be in that tag match against either the New Day or the Primetime Players. The Dudleys actually were in action tonight against Los Matadores. And tonight, they basically, just beat the Shadows guys. And after the match, Los Matadores finally turned full heel, and they turned on the Bull. It's been a lot of talks that they were going to do it, and the Bull was going to go with the Lucha Dragons, but I don't think that's going to happen. So the Dudleys went back to go save the Bull, and they put one of the Los Matadores members to the table with a powerbomb, old school style, Bully Ray, holding it down with his fucking glasses on top of his head too.
I think we got started. You get used to calling him Bubba Ray because Bully Ray is
TNA. Call him Bully?
Yeah, you call him Bully.
I'm so used to calling him Bully now, man.
I know, because the whole years in TNA, and then he comes back at WWE, he's Bubba Ray Dudley again. So, we're back to calling the Dudley Boyz to Team 3D. We gotta get used to it again.
Yeah. Next up on Raw, it was Cesaro versus Miz, and this was like whatever match. Like we know Cesaro could put on a match, but Big Show got involved in this match. I think him and Miz are still feuding, and it looks like it might be another triple threat for Big Show, Cesaro and Miz and Big Show maybe.
See, what the fuck did Miz gotta get involved in this shit? Like, I kind of rather see a Cesaro and Big Show feud instead of a fucking triple threat. Like, what is this thing with the Miz and the Big Show got involved with someone else? What the fuck? I mean,
well, I think this is going off the IC title match that they had, at the previous pay-per-view. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like we have nothing for Big Show, so let's throw him in triple threats.
Or we got nothing for Miz. Let's just put him in there too. Like, no one cares about the Miz or Big Show. I mean, I'm hearing the Miz's contract might run out in February. You don't have to re-sign him. Fuck it.
He's going to come back because of that. They're going to bring him back. I'm going to tell you why. 2 things. Number 1, WWE films. Number 2, he's got the mic work. That's the only reason why they're bringing him back. And he's pretty decent. He's better than a couple people that I already can't think of right now, but he's decent. He's not that bad. He's decent.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's up to him, or at least he wants to spend more time on Reese. That's all him.
Also, tonight on WWE's Raw episode, they basically they kind of promoted Dusty Rhodes' Tag Team Classic on NXT. Finn Balor, Samoa Joe against the Lucha Dragons this Wednesday. Also, you got Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano in action against Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey. That's popping on NXT this week. NXT is going to be pretty fucking good this week.
Yes, definitely. And that's funny. Well, our past guest, Tommaso Ciampa, is going to be wrestling NXT this week. It's going to be freaking awesome. I just can't wait to see what's going down this Wednesday, and see what's going on in this tournament, and let's see who walks out of the winner of this tournament. And don't forget about the Lucha Dragons. It's Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. And that could, I don't want to say the sleeper, but you should expect that to be. You know how freaking Kalisto could do in the ring. So just imagine him and Finn Balor getting some time, or Samoa Joe getting some time. That would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. I definitely had to mention that one first because I feel like that's the more important one. That's why I had mentioned that match first before the Gargano one though. But yeah, we'll be talking about that more on Thursday's show. We'll talk about our thoughts on the matchup or whatnot. So be sure to listen in Thursday night. We're actually coming out early. It's gonna be an early show. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. East Coast time. So be on the lookout. Be sure to listen, folks.
Yeah.
Next up on Raw, Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox and Brie came down to cut a promo. Basically, Nikki's still bragging about how she's going to make history. Her name's going to be in the history books in a couple days or whatnot of her being the longest reigning Divas champ. And then, in the middle of the promo, you have Charlotte coming down, and she mentions how the Authority grant her a match next week on a Raw. So you got 2 title matches. For the Divas title, you have Charlotte going against Nikki Bella, and we'll see if she can be the new Divas champ.
Yeah. I mean,
before she breaks AJ's record.
Yeah, like I said on Thursday, I did mention on SmackDown how Charlotte put out a petition that she wants a title match before the record gets broken. I mean, WWE has a big opportunity right here. I mean, look, there's 2 things I know they're trying to conquer right now. Is they're trying to do some of the Divas division, and they're trying to get some high ratings going on during the Monday Night Football premieres that's going on next week as well. And they have a huge opportunity to make us successful. Number one, they have to get the belt off Nikki Bella. Okay? We know this freaking Divas Revolution is starting, you can say they're starting to get boring now. You got to do something with it. I mean,
you got to break up everybody. It's funny. Somebody mentioned this. Somebody mentioned on Twitter what a page was to get involved and go heel. I don't see it happening. Why? Because you got to finish her and Sasha. You got to finish that.
Yeah, but why not have Charlotte beat Nikki Bella before she breaks the record? Why not? And then you might cause some excitement. Now that you could have a rematch of Night of Champions, but after that, what's next? Who's getting the next champions against Charlotte? Will it be a Sasha Banks? Will it be a Paige or a Becky Lynch? I mean, that'll be interesting to see what of her. Say at Hell in a Cell, she goes against one of the PCB members. Maybe that's what we all could say. Okay, now this team stable things are starting to end now. I mean, you got all these different things you could do if Charlotte becomes a Divas champion. But
there's a couple of people that was pissed off, and they're saying like Sasha should be that female, but I think the WWE's setting it right up. Have Charlotte win, and have Sasha be the number 1 contender after that, and then you can set up Sasha and Charlotte on the main roster for the Divas title and still put on great matches. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I know Hell in a Cell is coming in LA, but I want to see a Charlotte and Sasha Banks match at Staples Center. Why not?
Definitely do it. And the main event.
Take your break at that time.
I'm not taking a break whatsoever, unless it's a boo-boo match. And the main event, John Cena and Primetime Players against The New Day and Seth Rollins. How about that fan that went down the rap with Seth Rollins, though?
Oh, fuck.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I didn't really pay attention. I was like, okay, he's going to jail.
That shit was hilarious. But, yeah, the match was like, it was cool. It was like a whatever matchup. One thing things I do like about this and something I don't like about it. One thing I do like about it, they let Kofi take the pin instead of letting Seth Rollins look weak, tonight against John Cena. But one thing I hated is how they made John Cena easily destroy Kofi, and nobody saves him after that. And it's like, whatever after that. I wasn't a big fan of that, but whatever. I see what they were doing. After the match, you have Seth pissed off, and on the Titantron, you have Sting basically say lights on, because you see the statue behind him. It says "Lights On," and he throws a statue in the trash and puts it in, and it's now garbage basically. And yeah, Seth is pissed off for this stomping, in the fucking ring or whatnot. And after he kind of got over it, and he put up his 2 titles and got on the table where the commentary team is. So, but we'll see what happens next for this. I'm pretty sure Oscar wants to throw his thoughts out on what he thought about this main event.
You know what? There's 2 spots I like what Darren Young did. They wish he was not
that
in
one
part
was
of the match.
crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yeah, on the apron to Seth Rollins, and also we did to Xavier Woods. I mean, Darren Young's not bad. I mean, he never got. I cannot remember him being in the match, but he had a lot of minutes. I mean, he's probably like very underrated. We just don't even. He's underrated because I don't feel like WWE didn't give him enough time.
He reminds me of the Black Roddy.
Black Roddy.
But you know who else? You know who else reminds me of the Black Roddy too? Cedric Alexander. So.
Yeah, I mean, they never give him the time to show his abilities, and we see what he could do. And I can possibly did to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins sold it, and awesome. So same with Xavier Woods. And a good job with Xavier Woods for being an annoying motherfucker when he's all yelling and shit and playing the trombone outside. I mean, he's like the male
Xavier Woods somebody said that he might be the best character of the year.
I'm trying to think. Probably. Maybe, yeah.
I can't think of nobody else that stepped their game up to play the best heel that they can and to have the best mouth. He's great on the mic. The dude's killing, dude.
Yeah. But the whole Sting thing, I just wonder, was Sting even in the building? Was all this stuff taped?
I don't know. He could
Yeah.
he could have been in the back the whole time and they didn't have him come out.
I mean, where does the show take place? In Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Hobie Drew God went to the show and maybe he'll know. I mean, it would be dumb if you bring Sting all
True
the way
said
to
he
Baltimore.
might. He was like he was gonna call, but
you should call him out. Anyways,
True.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Baltimore didn't see Sting or not, but I mean, it would be odd for the WWE to fly Sting all the way to Baltimore and not have him appear for the fans, because there's some fans out there who love to see Sting, but it would suck that he doesn't appear out there. Like at least like after when the cameras goes off and then Sting comes out, I think they could have done something like that,
Mhm.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, where does it lead to? Will Sting walk out WWE champion? Will Seth Rollins walk out with 2 titles? Again, I don't know. It'll be interesting. What will lead down the cell?
Let me throw some announcements out there. Real quick, just letting you know, WWE planning on repackaging Bo Dallas. I don't think they should. I really don't. I don't know what to think about that.
Well,
I'm not a big fan of it.
I just think that you're going to give him a little aggressive side to it. I mean, he's still going to do the smiling and all that, but I mean...
All you have to do is believe!
But he's going to get more aggressive. I think they did the same thing with Del Rio when he was there, I mean, they made him look more aggressive, more vicious. He was attacking guys outside, I think that's what they were trying to do with Bo Dallas.
Let's hope so. Because just don't stop believing, people. That's all I have to say.
Don't stop believing!
Yeah, definitely.
Bo Dallas is the man. Bo Dallas is the man. There's also, I want to let our listeners know it's official. Dolph Ziggler, Rusev is going to be a Night of Champions. They've announced that tonight too. So originally the match was supposed to be a mixed tag, of course, but you already know why it's not. So Ziggler Russo is going to be a Night of Champions. It has been added on the card.
Well, I hope they end this shit.
Please.
If I have a birthday wish, end that shit now. I'm Night of Champions.
Again, also, folks, PWG has put up their hype video for day one of Bola. Go check it out at official PWG's Twitter. Awesome night. Go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that earlier, and I was like, oh, shit. When you just mentioned it right now, I was like, oh, fuck. I was going to watch it before we come on the air, but fuck it. I guess I'll watch it tomorrow or something.
Or after the show, fuck it. I wanted to actually talk about this Thursday. We might get more in depth on Thursday, but your new King of Trios, Team AAA, Phoenix, Drago, and Aerostar.
Yeah, I heard they won. I was like, holy shit, they won the whole thing. I'm surprised they won with them. Then
I knew they were going to finals.
Yeah, usually those tournaments, it's like they always give it to like any show. It doesn't matter if it's PWG, Ring of Honor, or whatever. If they have special guys like the AAA guys that appear in their shows, usually the regulars will win the tournament. But I'm shocked that they had the AAA guys win the whole tournament. That's freaking amazing.
I knew it was going to be them and Bullet Club in the finals because it made perfect sense. Two of the best in there. I couldn't see nobody else going to the finals. You got, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, the best tag team in the world. AJ Styles, probably the best wrestler in the world. And, you got AAA, the team of Drago, Phoenix, and Aerostar are three of the best luchadors
and
in
Tom was
wrestling.
like, there's no way, Tom was like, there's no way that's going to happen. No way. But I think you got something to talk to Tom about on Thursday.
Because remember, I did call it. I said that's going to be the finals. We'll talk about that on Thursday more. Yeah,
and Tom was out here. He said the freaking Chikara Exberg and shit, and all of a sudden, bam, you got the whole thing right.
Yeah. Also, PWX, they had a good event. They had their version of the Battle of Los Angeles this past weekend. We'll talk more about that. Probably we'll probably throw some more talk on that Thursday. So tune in. Donovan Dijack's gonna be on again, 7 p.m. East Coast time. That is 4 o'clock our time. So West Coast time. So be sure to tune in. If you're a big Diamond Dijak fan, we'll talk some Ring of Honor with him. All-Star Extravaganza coming up soon. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about him, with the House of Truth. So be sure to listen, folks. It's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Diamond Dijak is a good up-and-comer talent from Ring of Honor. He has a bright. I think he has a bright future in Ring of Honor. He might come out with a spark whenever the time he separates from Jay Lethal and House of Truth.
Yeah, pretty sure Oscar would throw some questions to me and Tom. Shout out to Tom, by the way. Wish he could make it on.
Yeah, shout out to Tom. Wish we could talk some Chikara with you. You probably been like, shit, you got me on this one.
Yeah. Let me see. Give me a quick second here. I might have some more news that I might want to throw out there to the folks listening here
what is this shit I heard about? Supposedly WWE wrestlers were asking about the link of the stream of the UFC event that happened this weekend.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly they're like, I don't know if people are trying to start a little war between WWE and the UFC or some shit. I didn't see because someone told me that Charlotte started it or something and all this shit, and they're trying to start a WWE versus UFC war, which I don't see that happening. And that ever happens, don't expect Ronda Rousey ever appear in a WWE event ever, and so is Brock Lesnar at a UFC event. I doubt all that will ever happen. But I think it's just people trying to start some WWE Ring of Honor, not start trying to Ring of Honor, WWE, UFC.
Yeah, it's just fans. It's just fans being fans. You know how fans are. But peep this out. I got some new news on 2K16. Some new folks are going to be on the game.
Okay.
Cactus Jack returns on WWE 2K16. You got Bret the Hitman Hart returning, but guess who he's with this time? Jim, the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah, I read that that's getting part of that Steve Austin showcase storyline they're having. Because remember how Austin used to feud with Hart Foundation back in the day, and back in '97 when everything was like crazy. Like when you go to Canada, they'll boo Austin, the Patriot, and all those guys. They'll fucking boo them. And then when it comes to America, they'll boo the Hart Foundation. It was a fucking crazy time, that storyline. You see, that's one of the best storylines in the Attitude Era that no one
It's funny because Natalya kind of gave it up already and told everybody. If you watch Total Divas, she kind of gave it up already and said he was going to be on the game.
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned that I guess during WrestleMania week and all that. So, yeah, and it's been a while since, probably this is the first time I've seen the Anvil in a video game, at any WWE video game. I can't remember when he was in one, you know?
Yeah. You also got X-Pac making a return. Rikishi makes a return. Also, you got Vader makes a return. And We Are the Nation, another nation, D'Lo Brown and the Godfather.
Interesting. I mean, hearing these names like Dude Love, and, you know, they all been involved with Austin. But I'm trying to figure out X-Pac. Like, I don't remember X-Pac maybe they're just throwing them in there because it's supposed to be the largest, roster. So yeah, because
Dudley Boyz is supposed to be on here too.
Damn, Dudley Boyz, that's crazy. Already have the Dudley Boyz. Yeah, I mean, there was rumors that Samoa Joe was going to be in there. That'd be sweet if you could put Samoa Joe in there. But, yeah, the Dudleys would be awesome. I mean, like I said, these names, they all lead to Steve Austin, you know. Remember when Rikishi ran over Steve Austin? That was part of the storyline. You know, that's a classic Steve Austin moment because he was out for a year, and then Rikishi, we found out that the guy ran him over. Rikishi it was almost a fucking year. We found out it was Rikishi that ran him over.
I don't know why it was Rikishi either. That's the sad part. That was the worst.
I mean, remember the real reason why is because The Rock's success without Steve Austin that year. That's why, because all the Samoans, you know, because you have all the. It was basically a little racial thing because if you remember, he wanted The Rock to have the same success like Austin did, the first Samoan to have that success, not, you know, someone that's white. Because back in those days, you know, even the Nation domination talk shit about white people. So race getting involved in a negative way back in those days.
That's when shit was uncut. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're kind of coming to a end here on Wrestlingheads Radio. Shout out to my boy Mark, once again, just designed some dope-ass Wrestlingheads gear coming out in the middle of the fall, maybe late fall, but be on the lookout. We have some dope shit. Wrestlingheads versus everybody gear coming out.
I want to shake Mark's hand before PWG. Somehow, some way, Mark, if you're listening, I want to meet you somewhere to shake your hand just to shake your hand for just, you know, making those designs. That was a brilliant idea, you know. Somehow, some way, we got to meet up somewhere. I have to shake your hand for that.
So,
I know you live in the OC. I know you live in the OC. I work in Long Beach. They're not far from each other, so we could meet up somewhere on there.
I already talked to Mark. I was like, let's go, fuck it, let's hang out, let's get a beer or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But from what I was talking to
Just get you there? skits. Okay, I don't know. We're still on. I'm not
I'm right
involved
here.
with. Okay, go ahead.
I'm right here. That's my fault. My mic turned off for a second. Shout out to Xbox for that one. But yeah, Wrestling versus Everybody. For those that know about the clothing line called Detroit versus Everybody, this is a parody basically. They're going to be in black and white. We have black hoodies coming out, gray shirts, gray hoodies, and you never know, people, we might have some other colors coming. So Wrestlingheads doing big shit in the middle of September, maybe maybe the beginning of October. We'll have this gear at your local shows.
Yeah, right in time for the cold weather coming in. Don't matter where you're at, East Coast, West Coast. You know, the cold weather is coming. So I know out here in the West Coast it's hot, but it ain't gonna last forever. So
yeah, well, let's go ahead and throw out some Twitters and whatnot. People, if you represent the Elite Podcast Network, if you love the Elite Podcast Network, you get to follow Elite Podcast Net on Twitter. We have some of the best. We are the best podcast here on the Elite Podcast Network. You got us, the Wrestlingheads. You got Weekly Wrestling Podcast. You got Any Power Rankings, the Mike and Tom Show. You got Beyond the 3 Count, Eyes on the Ring, etc. It keeps going on and on. Be sure to follow everybody that I just mentioned. You can follow us again at Wrestlingheads. I am at WH Skits. We are on Periscope at Wrestlingheads. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestlingheads. We have a website, wrestlingheads.com. Instagram, Wrestlingheads. I don't think Snapchat is going to work for us, so that's going to be probably deleted. But show us some love, people.
All right. Well, go to Rest. You can follow me at Sinister632 on Periscope and Instagram, Twitter. You can follow me on there. Go to WrestlingHeads.com. Check out the website. See what gets his work. And not only skits, there's only bloggers in there too. Check out their stuff. You don't want to.
Shout out to all the bloggers. Shout out to man. We have a huge team. Shout out to everybody that works on the website. Shout out to everybody that does what they do best. I actually talked to one of our writers today, Vicky. Shout out to Vicky.
Oh, shout out to Vicky. I haven't heard for a while, but yeah, shout out to Vicky. Also, I just want to say that maybe give out a little announcement. If you subscribe us on YouTube, then I'm going to post this on YouTube on Thursday, a little throwback Thursday episode we have with...
You want to keep it a surprise?
Nah, I'm going to throw it out there in case people could just watch it. I'm going to throw it out there right now. Back from 2013, we had Tommaso Ciampa on the show. So that episode will be on YouTube this Thursday, the day after he makes his NXT debut. So you don't want to miss that out. I think it was a perfect time to put that episode on there because of the whole Tommaso Ciampa NXT thing going on. So if you're listening on YouTube, then on Thursday, check out our throwback episode with Tommaso Ciampa than with me and ROH Code did with Tommaso Ciampa. So you
shout out
check
to
that out.
Chris. Shout out to him. Also, again, Thursday, Donovan Dijak. So be on the lookout for that. Again, 4 West Coast time and 7 East Coast time. So. Again, I'm Skits. Shout out to Danny LimeLight once again for coming on. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah. Shout out to Danny LimeLight. And, just keep an eye on him. Keep a look at Douglas James as well. Just keep an eye on him. And, yes, it's the guy that always wears the CM Punk gear. That's him.
Shout out to Lindsay, one of the writers on the site. I'm taking it that she's listening because she just followed the Elite Podcast Net's Twitter. If she is,
cool.
Shoot me a tweet at WHSkits if you are listening. But again, I'm Skits, and that's Oscar, and we'll be back on Thursday. Peace.
Peace out.